So guys, today we are here with your guide for Season 22 or Season of the Witch. There's a lot of stuff to break down here in today's video, like brand new exotic armor for each class, new exotic seasonal weapon, new seasonal weapons in general tied to the season, got 2 new seasonal activities, and a whole lot more. So if you're going to enjoy, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. So first things first, when you load up into the season, you'll be thrown into an intro mission alongside an intro quest. By simply loading into the mission, you'll get your new seasonal artifact, and then from completing the quest, you're also thrown into the 2 new activities within the game, which will show you just basically what they do and how you can play them. Those 2 new activities are Savathûn's Spire and Altars of Summoning. Savathûn's Spire is the one that I've had the most fun in so far. You basically go through the spire that was formed inside of Savathûn's throne world. You go through doing different like boss encounters as well as jumping puzzles. You can earn seasonal rewards through doing this, and it's quite enjoyable. And you've also got Altars of Summoning, which is kind of like a Court of Oryx style of activity, where you basically are required to have different offerings, which you are then able to get rewards from, and you can keep on endlessly farming out this activity as long as you have the offerings for it. Those offerings themselves being a new material which you can acquire in the season. You've got your Feeble offering, which will allow you to initiate a Tier 1 encounter. You've got your Robust offering, which will allow you to do a Tier 2 encounter, and your Powerful offering to allow you to access a Tier 3 encounter. Depending on the level of the encounter, you'll probably get more rewards. Just come in prepared if you're going to do those higher tier encounters, as they do get quite difficult. Alongside those new materials, you've also got your Witch's Keys, which are similar to the Deep Dive Keys that we got last season. These will allow you to open chests in the seasonal activities to get bonus rewards. And alongside those keys, we also have a brand new material, which is called Opaque Cards, which may be found in the Witch's chests at the end of seasonal of the Witch activities, as collectibles found in destinations, or as rewards by completing some Season of the Witch quests and challenges. Opaque cards can be identified at the Lectern of Divination in the Helm to unlock new perks, powers, and rewards. This is basically like your vendor upgrade paradigm for the season, apart from there's a whole lot more upgrades and a whole lot more cards. By collecting a card, you then get a mini bounty. By completing the bounty, you then get a new upgrade. So the first upgrade that I was actually able to get was called Witchcrafting, where the next season of the Witch weapon you focus at the ritual table will be Deep Sight Resonance if possible. A very handy perks you get right off at the beginning of the season, and one that you should definitely be going for before claiming any of your seasonal weapons. Speaking of seasonal weapons, we're going to go and head over to the new vendor here and talk about all of those. So there's quite a few new seasonal weapons here. We have a brand new precision frame Void Scout, a brand new high impact frame Solar Fusion Rifle, a new adaptive frame Strand Hand Cannon, a new high impact frame Strand Rocket Launcher, a new Stasis Adaptive Frame Sniper, and a new Arc Rapid Fire Frame Machine Gun. Alongside those weapons, you also have your new Legendary Armor set for the season from doing the seasonal activities, and you can get from Witch's Engrams. And you also have a new Recovered Red Wall Weapon focusing engram here, where you can acquire some of the returning Red Wall weapons that returned this season. So a lot of weapons for you to go after, and alongside those, you also have a new exotic armor piece for every class. So if we head over here to the armor, the Warlocks got the Briar Binds, I think I'm saying that correct. These allow your Void Souls to have a longer duration, and they also gain escalating damage and durability as they defeat targets. You can also retrieve your Void Souls by interacting with them, allowing them to be redeployed. So a good Void exotic there for Warlocks. Hunters also got a new pair of exotic gloves called Moth Keeper's Grasps. Your grenade becomes a cage of loyal moths that release on impact and fly towards the nearest target or ally. If they reach a target, they detonate in a blinding explosion. If they reach an ally, the moths grant an ally a void over shield. So a good supportive new exotic for you hunters. And then Titans, you guys, I've been hearing a lot about these new gloves. Pyroglade Gauntlets. Your Burning Maul is modified into a single high damage slam of your hammer that creates 5 cyclones of flame, and Consecration second slam creates a cyclone flame. And a lot of stuff about these being really good for damage, so I would highly recommend Titans be grabbing these, and also Hunters and Warlocks can grab the new exotic gloves if you are interested. Alongside those new exotic armor pieces, we also have a new weapon tied to the season pass if you have access to it, called Exdiris. I think I'm saying that right. This is basically a Hive Boomer secondary grenade launcher. If you know what Hive Boomers are, they're the Hive Knights with those like ranged arc cannons, and you are now able to use those Hive cannons against those people, which is going to be very interesting. It has a unique magazine where the magazine continuously draws ammo from reserves, and the magazine also enables you to fire arc projectiles that detonate on impact. Your first trait is called Loyal Moth, where final blows of the weapon create a loyal moth. The moth will seek out nearby targets and detonate, damaging and blinding them. Its intrinsic trait is called Corrupted Nucleosynthesis. I think I'm saying that correctly. This weapon enrages when dealing or taking sustained damage, gaining increased fire rate while enraged. Very unique exotic there. I don't know if it will be meta in terms of DPS or anything, but it's a fun one to use nonetheless. That, I believe, is everything. If you pre-ordered the Final Shape DLC, you also get the new exotic Fusion Rifle Tessellation. I'll have a separate video going over this exotic, as it is very unique and it is not really tied to the season itself. We'll be going over this in a separate video. And yeah, that's basically it for the season. Another season of fun stuff to do. The story itself is actually quite interesting. I believe we just turned Eris into a hive god, basically. So a lot to learn from that. And yeah, that's it for this video. If you've enjoyed or found it helpful, remember to leave a like, share it with friends, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.